to the Everything podcast. It's your girl again, Adiola Olotu. And today I have my friend with me, Mofe Okuwaga. That's his name. Did I pronounce that well?
You did a good job.
Mofe, how's your week been?
I think I'm quite unsettled at the moment.
What does that even mean?
But I think overall it has been good because I'm trying to figure out some certain things in my life right now. So, but yeah, I think I've had a pretty calm week, to be honest. Nothing too stressful, to be honest.
You don't ask me how my own week was.
I think everybody's here for me, but anyway.
Okay, so basically my week was weird. My internship is ending next week and I don't even have an idea of what I'm going to be doing with myself after this internship is over. I've been applying for new jobs, so by the grace of God, so guys, today we are going to be talking about culture shocks. Culture shocks for people all around, no matter where you are. So far you're in diaspora, I think you're going to find this episode very interesting. Has anybody ever asked you, well, by the way, we're in the UK, and has anybody ever asked you why your English is so good?
No, actually, because, well, I mean, I am who I am. But they've not asked me that. But someone asked me if I speak Nigerian, and
I don't understand. Like, what's that even supposed to mean?
I mean, the language spoken by Nigerians. But like,
do you speak Nigerian?
It was weird because I'm like, and I feel a lot of people know like little about Nigeria, or maybe they just make like no effort to learn things about like other places.
Yeah, British people can be ignorant when they want.
No, not even just British people. I think we know a little about ourselves, like, or different countries. So the person's like, oh, do you speak Nigerian? I'm like, we have like a lot of languages, but anyway, I speak English and one other language, which is Yoruba. Not so well, but I speak Yoruba. So
yeah, I've had so many people ask me, oh, for an African, your English is very good. And I look at them and I'm like, this is how everybody speaks where I come from. People have asked me this question multiple times when I was in my student accommodation, like white girls walk up to me and ask me why my English is so good. At my place of work, so many places, basically. Yeah. So also,
which is weird because, like, okay, I think it's not weird for me because of like where I work, like communication basically. So like you're supposed to know how to speak and write good English.
Yeah.
So I think that's why maybe I haven't come across it at work, because it's expected like of you to get to like speak and write good English. So
to be fair,
maybe that's just
so I asked a couple of my other friends about cultural shocks they've experienced in where they live.
In cultural shocks or culture shocks?
Whatever. Cultural shocks, culture shocks.
I just wanted to clarify.
I don't know. We're all learning anyway. I asked a couple of my friends the culture shocks that they've experienced in whatever part of the city they're living in. I got some very funny replies. A friend of mine was like, okay, wait, let's read them out. So Faye from Leicester was like, they don't always rinse plates after washing with soap. And yes, they call all the plates pots, even spoon joint, everything in a pot. You know, me and my aunt were talking about this. So I went for like a very short holiday to Northern Ireland, Belfast to be precise. And then there was this I don't know if you've noticed in British homes, in the sink there's always like a bowl.
Yeah.
Like a washing bowl.
Yeah.
And that bowl always has soap water in it. So I was telling my aunt that why do British people have this thing in their house all the time? Because I worked in a care home and they always had that. My aunt was telling me that that once they dip the plate in that soap water and rinse it out.
Yeah.
That the plate goes on the plate rack, and that's the end of the plate washing. Ever since my auntie told me that, I'm like, oh mom, when you go to white people's house, make sure you rewash or you rinse the plate before using it. Because I'm like, who the actual fuck is that? Excuse my language, but why would you just rinse your plate with soap water and call it a day?
I actually haven't seen that before. That's because like I don't think I've ever visited any of my friends, so like in their homes or wherever, like so. And I was supposed to have like a white flatmate, but like he barely used the kitchen because he didn't cook. So
Faye also said they raise hand over the steering when oncoming traffic gives you way. In Nigeria, you flash double light, say thank you. Here they raise hand like I got my lizard. Okay, I think Faye's just being spiteful now.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I even know what this
Well, Faye drives, so we can't relate.
Oops.
She also said the only drink they know is tea. Once you hear, can I get you a drink? We prefer for some brewing. They don't like to, but oh yeah, that one is accurate as fuck. They do not like to have their bath, especially during like she's giving it to us hot. Yeah, they really do not like to have their bath, especially when the weather is cold. But when the weather is hot, though, I think that one is just punishment because you're going to be stinking to everyone around you, which is so bad. Have you ever come across a stinking person?
I can get the fact that you don't shower like when it's cold because of weather and everything, but
and to be fair, you don't perspire when it's cold. So.
But
what?
why do you look like you can relate?
No.
Oh my god.
Let's keep the conversation going.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. So she also said they don't like to work. 7.5 hours per week is enough for them.
But I think this depends on
I think it depends on the person.
It depends on like industry you're in.
Also, I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I know they don't like to work and they feel like
who really likes to work?
35 I think they think that 5 hours is even too much, which is normal for us Nigerians. Anyway, I believe it's part of they don't like to work, but 7.5 hours, though, that's too short. That's less than a day, man. And then she also said that they don't always wear clean shoes. Oh my god. If you've been in the UK and you've seen white teenagers, you know one thing, that their white sneakers are always brown.
I really don't get what it is. Like I heard some type of explanation sometime last week, and someone said, oh, like maybe like water spoils the shoes or something. I don't know what it was.
So they don't wash their shoes because water spoils the shoes.
There was some kind of explanation. Like I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what it is, but like I just find it strange. Yeah,
it is very strange. I'm not even going to lie. Since I came to the UK, I've never washed any of my shoes. But I can't say that they're in good condition. They're not too bad. And I'll fit right in anyway.
I confirm. The shoes are in good condition.
Okay, Wofe, you are going to read our entry from Tinu. Tinu stays in Bolton. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Tinu stays in Bradford. And she says,
I think the amount of bills and expenses on a monthly basis, I've only recently stopped converting back to Naira for my own sanity. Oh, okay. I get it. It's like when you see the bills, you not start converting it to Naira. Like there's no reason.
I think every new person in diaspora does that.
Yeah, there's no reason it should be converted to Naira.
I used to do that a lot, and it used to mess with my sanity as well. It used to. I'm so happy that Tinu stopped converting to Naira, because that would definitely mess with your sanity. She also says,
let me read it. Then what did I shout? Then the fact that I have to buy bags at grocery stores, I understand it's to foster recycling, but still.
Yes, like You know how in Nigeria you go to the grocery store and you know that you're getting a new nylon bag,
Yeah, of course.
especially in
Definitely.
ShopRite.
If they don't
But
give
here in
back,
the UK, if you go
fight
and
it.
shop, and I know that nobody wants to be paying 20p for a bag, but it's not every time that you'll be remembering to take a bag with you to go and shop.
They're trying to teach you a lesson.
I know, right?
Lesson of remembrance. But yeah, like I actually think it's actually like a good thing, to be honest, because like in my house in Nigeria, we had a lot of what's it called, like bags, and just like what's the point of having all these things? It's actually good. Like that one, I wouldn't have no issue with it, because why are you having so many nylon bags in your house?
So we're moving on to the next one. So Shay from Canada, I'm not sure what city in Canada,
But Shisha from Canada.
yeah, Shay from Canada says it relates to school. So basically, she says like the professors do not frustrate you as much. They're nicer and more willing to help. And I felt it was a more suitable environment for learning. Definitely. I 100% agree with Shay. Like the lecturers here, they literally beg you to receive their help. Like they're always willing to help. They always want to. I have this lecturer. His name is Paul. Shout out to you, Paul. That man is a superstar. He even dashed me a textbook one time. Like it was the beginning of the semester and we're just chatting and he was like, oh, how's your holiday? And I was telling him. Then the course he was teaching, he was like, how am I finding it? And then I told him. And then I was like, oh, do I have the textbook? And I was like, I haven't gotten one yet, because that was like first week of course, and I normally don't even buy textbooks. I use the ones in the library.
Yeah.
And Paul is like, oh, I've got 3 copies of this. There you go.
3 copies.
And I'm like, oh, that's nice of you. Thank you. And I took the book. I was like, and Paul is always my go-to when I have any questions, because like the guy's always, he replies his emails like ASAP.
ASAP.
Not just Paul though, like most of my lecturers do that, and they're like always willing to help. Would you say the same?
Yeah, I think I think so. At least like even though they don't help eventually, like I'm just saying, like,
what do you mean by they don't help eventually?
I'm saying even though like they don't help, like, or they are not able to help, you get, like it's like, oh, you can always come to me for stuff, you get.
Okay.
So, and it's not in Nigeria, like they say nobody has ever gotten A.
Nigerian lecturers.
I mean, like for different schools, but
yeah.
I don't think it was the same for Babcock, but anyway, like there's just like a level of difference. Like,
yeah, you'll be able to tell honestly, because I totally agree. There's a difference between Nigerian lecturers and abroad lecturers. They always want to help. So Esther from London, she says my own is not really a cultural shock. It's just that they don't wash their white sneakers. It's always dirty, and that's the same thing Faye said. They never wash their white sneakers. Like it's always very dirty. And Abdurazak from Birmingham says just
from left-hand drive to right-hand drive.
I don't think that.
Okay,
I don't think that one is really a cultural shock.
I mean, it depends. I think because a lot of films that we watch are like Hollywood. So I think a lot of people are not exposed to like a lot of British films where they see like right and left now, but like the opposite basically from
we mostly watch American movies.
Yeah,
and even the British movies, they don't really use the cars.
You don't pay enough attention.
Anyway, I don't think the fact that the British people drive on the left-hand side is a surprise to anybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, he also said, oh, okay. We're just going to skip that, okay?
Yeah. For everybody's that's too controversial.
Too controversial. I like that. So Adenike from Birmingham says,
address everyone in the same manner. Respect isn't big of a deal here. About that, I don't really think it's respect, to be honest.
No. I think what she's trying to say is that like you can practically call everybody by their name.
Yeah,
like you, unlike Nigeria where you be like auntie this, uncle that, or mommy this, mommy that, or madam, chairman,
like
sir, or
we were
whatever.
just calling your lecturer Paul.
Exactly, the way I call my lecturer
You have to
Paul,
call him
who
Dr.
in Nigeria would have said
Dr.
Mr.
Paul.
So that's what she's trying to say. They don't really care about stuff like that here. Everybody prefers you call them by their first name. She also says,
free education till university degree.
well,
I don't really know about the songs, to be honest, because like I'm not.
yeah, I think they get free education because they're public schools, and their public school is very public. Like they literally don't pay until like they get to uni where they have to pay. So yeah, I do understand that. And then government helping the citizens with money in bracket benefits when they lose their jobs. Oh my god, that one was a big shock to me. I mean, I need the government help their citizens and everything, but when you're jobless, you get a certain amount monthly. It's like government's paying you salary for being jobless. So, and okay.
Obviously, it can't be compared to what you have, like if you have a job.
Yeah, I've heard people say sometimes, no offense, that some people are lazy. I mean, why people are lazy?
Collecting benefit.
Yeah, exactly. So when the government is giving you salary, why would you go and look for a job?
But,
even me, the government was giving me salary, will I look for a job?
I think it depends on the kind of person though, because if you're someone that actually wants to earn money,
if you're an ambitious person,
I don't think the money government is giving you for not being in a job is compared to what you'd be earning if you had a job. So
word.
Moving on.
Yes. So Funaya said, why is the monarchy still a thing in this century? Okay, I think the news of the Queen dying recently has just made I mean, we know that the monarchy is popular, but like they've been on headlines every single day for the past week now.
Yeah.
So I think that's what fueled Funaya's entry. She's like, why is the monarchy still a thing in this? I agree with her. Oh, as a student of the law, we know that the monarchy is just a like figurehead. They don't really do just ceremonial duties basically. So yeah, so why is the monarchy still a thing? I can't answer that.
This question you will have to ask God.
Say now you are.
I can't answer that as well. Let's just skip that because.
So Shola from Birmingham, Shola says, people stare and smile. Wait. People stare and smile, and people smile back. It's weird to me because I will not smile at strangers in Nigeria.
Yeah. I think I can actually relate to that because like they will just look at you and smile, and obviously like you have to smile back because like I think I don't know what it is, but I would just assume like like they're trying to be nice. I guess.
When I first came to the UK, when I'm walking on the street and someone smiles at me randomly, I used to smile back, but in my head I'm like, seriously,
are you okay?
I don't know you, don't know me, why are you smiling at me? But nowadays when people smile at me, I actually don't smile back. I just look at them and be like, yeah, I'm going about my day. I don't smile back.
I think it also depends on how your day is going. But yeah, like that was like actually like that was definitely a culture shock for me as well because why is smiling at me? Like we don't have that where I'm from.
Yeah, so Tinu also said, Tinu from before, she also said something about not Tinu. But let me talk about one of my own cultural shocks. We pay for water. We didn't pay for water in Nigeria, did we? Everybody had their own borehole, pumping machine. This country really lacking in resources.
But interestingly, I think some people pay for water in Nigeria.
Do they?
Yeah, and I was hearing something like, let's never go into that. But I think some people pay for water in Nigeria.
So we pay water, we pay council tax, we pay electricity, we pay Wi-Fi, we pay rent. There's so many bills. Then when you're working and you're earning money as well, you pay national insurance, you pay income tax. This country is crazy. You're literally always paying something every time. Always paying something. And then Ore.
She say Ore.
Ore from Houston says, hey, I'd say the bigger one for me was how car dependent America is. In most states, if you don't have a car, you have to rely on ride sharing a lot. So there's no alternatives like a bus and stuff like that. Another big one for me was in college. So in Nigeria, we basically treated teachers like mini gods that we couldn't question and stuff. But here, teachers actually appreciate you calling them out. And there's no need to be using any sir and ma for anyone, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
what
like,
we talked about.
Just like what we said before,
Yeah.
like,
And then one last one before we go from Kachi. So Kachi said, Kachi is from Houston, by the way.
she's from Houston, so she's in Houston.
She's in Houston. So these highways in Houston will carry you, they go where you don't know. If you know, it will not carry you.
What's that mean?
I totally relate to what she's saying. I was in Houston like early 2020.
Oops, can't relate.
And we had to like rent a car and all these things because, like Ore said from before, like you have to be if you don't have it, like living in America is dependent on you having a car because transportation is not really easy. Those highways in Houston, they will really carry you, they go where you don't know. Everything is intertwined and it's like big. It's like big highways where you could be driving for like miles and miles and miles, and they're all twisted around. So if you miss one turning, you have to start all over again. Those highways in Houston are no joke.
The transport thing, because I was talking to my friend who is like also in the US, and she's like, "Oh, that's really strange. The fact that I can just hop on a train,
bus or a train.
Like she said they don't have buses like everywhere. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, like that one I did not know. And she was like, oh, the fact that I can just get on a train and say, oh, you are going to Northampton or you are going to this. I'm like, I really just thought.
I think we're blessed to have easy transportation and all of those things. Oh well, guys.
Fix up.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode on culture shocks. So that will be all for now. I will see you guys again. Thank you, Mofe, for coming on today.
You're welcome.
Even though you didn't have as much culture shocks as most of us. I could relate to almost every single culture shock. But
not till they shock me.
Mofe, I be like saying you know they live for a year.
I'm always in my room.
The country the country is passing through you. You're not passing through the country.
I'm always in my room, so not till they shock me.
You're not like us that we're always everywhere. Alright, thank you guys. Have a lovely week, rest of the day. Peace be unto you. Bye.